Hey fellow addicts, the video review you're about to watch right now is not professional in any way whatsoever. I try, but it's not professional. I also want to mention that the websites that are mentioned within this review and the previous reviews that I have done, I am not a sponsor for. I only recommend that you go to those sites because they seem to really have what you're looking for 90% of the time. Or if you're unlucky like me, 50% of the time. I also want to let you guys know that there is going to be a bloopers scene at the very end of the video review, so if you happen to want to catch that, then go ahead by all means. And also, if you happen to want to see my previous video and my possible next video, you can always go down in the description down below. There will be a link to the previous video and the next video that will be coming up, or when that one will be up, there will be a link down in the description down below. So, and kindly please don't ask me where the links are in the video after you watch it. If it's not there, just give me a moment and I'll definitely go do that. So, anyway, my fellow addicts, here is the video review for the Transformers Combiner Wars Titan Class Devastator figure. So please, enjoy. Greetings and salutations, fellow Transformers addicts and fellow YouTubers. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers addict, and yes, we are here. We have finally come to the finale of the 6-part, 7-part Titan Class Devastator video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the combined form of the Constructicons here. We're going to be taking a look at Devastator. Not much to say here. I wanted to establish something in my previous review. Also, apologies for the lighting. It's currently 6:06 p.m. during this recording, and you know, you have to work with what you got. So anyway, what I was going to say was I wanted to point out that I have been a bit nice on these guys. I'm going to go a little bit in depth with the problems here. Problem number one are honestly some of the elbows. Some of the elbow installations for these characters, for these figures, are a bit weird. Scrapper kind of suffering the most since he has no elbows whatsoever. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, you know, you gotta work with what you got. Hook and Mixmaster have decent elbows, but they look a little bit weird. I mean, that don't look right. They look really skinny, and it looks like half of his arm was like chopped off in battle. So it's weird. It's, you know, it's something. Hook kind of has the same deal. Honestly, Bone Crusher and Scavenger's elbows are pretty much the best. Long Haul has no elbows unless you count, like, you know, sideways. And the only other problem I have with this set is honestly Long Haul. The way he's proportioned and everything just makes him look really weird. And of course, Mr. Senior Floppy Crotch over here. Just with the crotch design, I think they could have done better. But yeah. Anyway, guys, with all that aside, it's time. You've waited for quite some time. You waited since last year. You guys are patient people. It's time to take a look at Devastator. So we're going to cut to a small stop-motion skit sort of cutscene deal here. I'm going to use some G1 audio, honestly, to combine these guys. And we're going to take a look at Devastator. So, you know what time it is. It's time to combine.
Constructicons, transform! Phase 1! Now! Transform! Phase 2!
And here we have Devastator in his combined robot mode, and as you can see, he's a big boy. There's just his legs. There's his crotch and lower torso. And there's Devastator, all the way up there. And here's the funny thing. In order for me to elevate the camera, I'm going to have to use Scattershot's box. Because of resources. Anyway, pardon me one moment, because we're going high. We're going to go to Mars. Or something. Anyway, get my finger out of the way. And now we get a nice looking Devastator. And as you can see, he is very Generation 1 inspired. As is per Combiner Wars engineering and everything. Every one of the combiners has like a nice little modern take, as well as just looking really awesome. Not much I can really say about Devastator other than he is impressive. He's big. He's slim, honestly. You'd think he would be beefier, but he's pretty slim. He's pretty good looking. One of the greatest combiners out there today. His articulation is pretty standard, though. His head can turn 360 degrees like an owl. You can dislocate his neck so that way he can look up if you really want to, but I'm not going to do that. His arms are in a standard universal joint. They can go 360 degrees as well, and I'm trying to do this while my camera stays still without falling. They can go in and out. He has a lovely 90-degree elbow bend with cat hair included. His waist joint, God, this is going to be difficult. He can turn his waist 360 degrees. Uh-oh. There we go. So, turn his waist. Use long haul's joint to accommodate movement in his thighs. And go forward. And go back. Loud ratchets. And of course, you also have that nice, not knee joint, but more like thigh joint as well. He does have knees that bend at least 90 degrees, a little less than 90. And you can also give him ankle pivots if you really want. So yeah. He also does come with an accessory, and that is to be composed of these two guns. Preferably, I like to give this one to, I believe it was Scrapper? No. I gave this one to Mixmaster? Yeah, I gave this one to Mixmaster in Combiner Wars United Warriors, the movie. Part 1 is out, by the way. Go check it out. 204 views! And, of course, I give the cannon that I give to Bone Crusher. And you just take them. You can see right there. Here's a little slot. Here's a port. Simple connection. And there you go. You got Devastator's BFG. If you don't know what that stands for, I'm not going to say it. This is a age-appropriate channel. So, there we go. Unfortunately, he does not like to hold his gun all that well due to this joint right here. However, Takara did manage to rectify the problem with Hasbro's and make the elbow joints ratchet joints to where they will actually stay connected. And, I think it was Takara. I think it was the elbow joints. I don't think it was. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know everything. I may be the Transformers addict, but I don't know everything. So. He can't really hold it with both hands, unfortunately, but he can hold it. He can hold it pretty well. So, there you go. You can do something like that. And you can get him in some pretty dynamic poses as well, but I'm not going to do that because my staging area is rather small to work with, so there's that. Overall thoughts on Devastator so far: I think he's an amazing box set. I think some problems could have been rectified, such as the tightness and in some of the connections. I think Bone Crusher over here, or Senior Floppy Crotch, could have been fixed because it's really frustrating to work with when you're trying to play with this figure. You don't have any fun with it unless it stays a certain way. I think the rectifications for Long Haul could have been a little bit better, rather than giving him like dimpy arms and sideways elbows. They could have gave him like actual elbows, as well as some nice beefy forearms. And just some of the proportions are really, really off. Scrapper, I think he could have some elbows as well, rather than just use his stubby little arms. Mixmaster by far has to be one of my favorites. Scavenger by far has to be one of my favorites. But other than that, really, there is nothing else I can really say about this set. Again, I'm not griping. I'm not really complaining. I do have my nitpicks, but they are forgivable given the fact that this is the end result, and this end result is absolutely gorgeous. So, but anyway, guys, that's really pretty much it. This video review was meant to come out Friday and yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to work on it. So it's coming out today as a Sunday special. So to start off the week, we go with Devastator here. Tune in tomorrow for my video review on Combiner Wars Wave 3 Voyager Class Hotspot. And I'll then do Defensor Week, which is the 5 components or 6 components of Defensor, and then I'll end with a video review of Defensor on Friday or Saturday. So we shall see what happens there. But anyway, guys, really the only thing I can say about this set is it's amazing, it's gorgeous, it's lovely, and I would highly recommend it. And if you happen to want to pick this set up, you can always go to BigBadToyStore.com for availability, or TF Source, or wherever you prefer to shop online, and pick this guy up today. He's roughly going for about $149, $150, but he's not exactly worth it, because I don't see how paying for Metroplex, who's only a $100 figure, is how he's worth more, and he's only a little bit smaller. But at the same time, you know, you just Hasbro marketing toy company, they want to make their money. But anyway, yeah. But with all that being said, fellow addicts, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because this is the only channel where your entertainment will be transformed. And of course, you can always contact me down in the comment section down below, or of course look me up anywhere on social media, including Instagram, where you will be getting exclusive info on content that will be uploaded on my channel during the year 2016, and so on. And once you message me, please remember to be patient, and I will reply to you guys as soon as I can. But with all that being said, my fellow addicts, please remember, until next time, to get addicted, stay addicted, and TF Addicts for life. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict, rolling out. Peace. He does come with an accessory as well. Oh. I'd like to see you guys try and use an iHome book cover for your stand.